Okay, I have to talk about that video of the young black girl standing up to that woman at the park because she handled herself so well. First of all, I'm saving that video to show my daughter. Not because of the yelling, but because of how that young girl started the conversation. She was respectful. She explained what happened. She kept saying, ma'am. She wasn't being reckless. She was responding to a situation where an unsupervised child was bothering them, and he calmly pointed that out. And instead of taking accountability, the woman got defensive. When she realized a 3-year-old had just logically called out the situation, she escalated, stepping into a child's space, telling them to stop recording. That's not how adults handle conflict. Recording protects everybody. If you're confident in your behavior, a camera shouldn't bother you. The girl who kept filming, good job. Documentation matters. What stood out to me most is that this young teen wasn't disrespectful, she was assertive. There's a difference. And that's something I want my own child to see. You can speak up for yourself, stay composed, and still stand your ground. That's not attitude.
Imagine being a 13-year-old at a park with your friends and suddenly an adult approaches you in an aggressive way. That's exactly the situation that sparked a huge debate online after a video from Frisco, Texas started going viral. So in today's video, we are going to break down what happened, why people online are reacting so strongly, and the bigger conversation this situation has started about adult responsibility and how conflicts involving kids should be handled. Let's watch these clips and then I'll come back with more comments.
The young girl recording the Karen and that young black lady was not doing it to be helpful. We have to understand what help means, especially in situations like this, because this was definitely a moment of survival. If you go back and listen to that video, the girl behind the camera giggles when the Karen first comes at that young lady. She giggles. I can 100% understand not jumping in and wanting to throw bows and all that. Absolutely not. But they were not trying to diffuse anything. I'm not even understanding how you could have even thought that. They stood off to the side talking about that young black girl, okay? Even when it was just the Karen in her face before the second Karen walked over, the two friends stood off to the side and the girl recording just stood there and recorded. Even as that Karen got in that girl's face, none of them said anything. If fight or flight was supposed to kick in that moment, that young black girl was their friend. She's in their proximity. Fight or flight should have applied to her also, but yet it just applied to those two girls that went to stand over to the side. The Karen tells her to shut the F up. Nobody does anything, right? One of the Karens hits her. Nobody does anything. The Karen gets so comfortable to the point where she goes, everybody in this park saw you hit me first. Nobody says anything. That could have hurt that young black girl. We understand that, right? She could have went to jail. She could have been harmed. She really could have been injured. They were not helping her. That is not help, because while we see this video now, the girl recording did not do it to help the girl out initially.
That video of the little girl out in the park in Frisco, Texas. I can't see how any adult can think that that little girl was being disrespectful. She was not only standing up for herself, she was standing up for all of those little so-called friends she had around her. And then when all the heat started coming, they all ran and left her. And that's why I think that she should reevaluate them friends, little girl. I'm telling you, you better get you some new friends. Cause y'all look at this right here. I'm telling you, just look. And if you haven't seen the video, please search Black Girl in Frisco, Texas Park. Go watch the video for yourself. And I'm just grateful right now. I'm grateful to the fact that that was not my daughter or my granddaughter. Those adults handled that situation totally wrong. And I don't care what anyone thinks or how they say it. They were wrong. Both of them. And the other little butch little one who called herself that ignited everything. Yeah, she ignited everything and then jumped back and let tall Logan, the bully, handle it from there. No, I think that was wrong. I think that was wrong. And mom, to the little girl's mother, baby, Frisco, Texas. Baby, because it's so ironic that this lady, she walks directly up to this one girl who was the only African American girl there and just assumed that she was the one caused the problem. Girl, get you some friends that look like you. Get you some friends that look like you. I tell you, I can't stress that enough. And I'm not saying being biased or whatever, just have black friends, but no one stood up for you. The little guy in the red shirt, he stayed there. Yes, he did. The rest of them, even the little girl with the camera, she was in under mouth saying that you were being disrespectful. Your friends. Your friends were supposed to be standing up with you, telling the lady what her kid had done to y'all. And you was not only standing up for yourself, you were standing up for the whole little area there. And you got all the flack. And that was not fair. I don't care what anyone says. That's my opinion. I'm standing on it. And like I say, it would have been some rumbling in Frisco, Texas, had that been any of my relatives, my kids or grandkids. For real.
Okay, y'all. I know y'all been asking for an update for Beetlejuice Betty, but I am not quite sure. I keep getting like conflicting information. One report says that she was charged. Another one said that she was picked up. Another one said that the police were not even trying to come pick her up, but that charges had been pressed by the mother. So because I'm getting so much conflicting information, let's find out who this is. Let's find out her name. I know one of y'all out there can find her. And don't forget the son. I mean, this other lady. Let's figure out who she is too. I will let you guys know when I have an update, but if you find something before I do, drop.
So, according to reports surrounding the creeps, according to reports surrounding the viral creep, the situation started after a disagreement between a 13-year-old and an 8-year-old at a local park. Shortly after the argument, the boy's mother approached the teenager to confront her about what actually happened. What followed was a tense interaction that many people felt should have been handled differently. So one of the things that stood out to viewers was the way the young girl handled the situation. Despite being confronted by an adult, many people said she remained calm, explained her side of the story clearly, and tried to keep the situation from escalating. Because the moment was recorded, thousands of people have now seen the interaction and shared their opinion about what should or shouldn't have happened.
If that red circle is around my icon, that means that I'm live. And right now, I am about to interview Crystal Randolph, the mother of the 13-year-old girl that was in that park, that had that altercation with that 45, 38, 35-year-old lady out in Frisco, Texas. I'm interviewing her mother. She's going to give us some good insight about what she was thinking, how she felt, and just talk to us about this overall situation. Now, this is an exclusive live interview. I believe that I am one of the first people to talk to her. So pull up, tap the screen, share this live, and make sure you follow me for other exclusive interviews just like this. I'll see y'all on the live. Bye.
A bigger part of the conversation online is about responsibility. Many viewers believe that when adults see a disagreement between kids, their role should be to de-escalate the situation rather than directly confronting a minor in an aggressive way. Others say moments like this highlights how quickly misunderstandings can grow when emotions take over instead of communication. So another reason the video gained so much attention is because of it was documented on camera. Recording situations like this can sometimes provide important context about what really happened, but it can also turn personal conflicts into a viral international debate overnight. So in this case, the footage has sparked discussions about accountability, how adults interact with minors, and the importance of resolving disagreements calmly. So, some people online are also pointing out that situations involving children can often be resolved more effectively when parents or guardians speak directly to each other rather than confronting someone else's child in public. At the same time, many viewers have praised the teenager in the video for staying composed during a stressful situation. Situations like these remind us how important it is for adults to lead by examples. Kids and teenagers handle Kids and teenagers learn how to handle conflicts by watching the behavior of the adults around them. So if disagreements are handled with patience and communication, it can turn a tense moment into a learning opportunity instead of a viral incident. So in this case, I want to hear from you guys. Do you think adults should ever confront someone else's child directly in a situation like this? Or should conflicts between kids always be handled through parents, guardians, or even school officials? Let me know what you think in the comment section below, because this is clearly a conversation that people have very strong opinions about. If you found this breakdown helpful and want more thoughtful discussions about viral stories and trending topics, make sure you subscribe and join our family, and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any discussion. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.